Hey Alan. Oh, not so well, mate. Caught a stomach bug. So I won't be streaming for a long time. Just to warn everyone in the beginning, I fucking feel like shit. So... But people wanted me to stream this. So I will, at least. As much as I can. Alright. So welcome everyone to THYMESIA. This is the new playthrough that I'm starting. There's no New Game Plus, which is also one of the downsides because the game doesn't have much replayability in terms of getting beaten once and then trying something else on higher difficulty. But there is in terms of trying different setups with different plague weapons, which I will try to do in this second playthrough. I kinda know the game in and out, but we'll see. Aha, I can't. They did not unlock other attacks yet, so I can't finish them with claws. To hear what, mate? Oh, it's just a stomach bug, don't worry. If you're thinking about that. What about the game? Okay, let's do this boring part quickly. Yeah, the game is more fast-paced. Combat is great. It really is. Gonna lower the in-game volume a little bit more. If it's too low, do tell me. Wait, what? Here it is. If you have any questions how the game works, do tell me, and I'll try to explain. So what I'm doing now is I'm reaving weapons from enemies. By using a reave function or charged claw attack, which is this, you can reave weapons from enemies. That means that they can be used once. If they are used once, they are out, they are disposable. However, we can permanently unlock these things as well, which I'm going to show you now. If the game lets me. I don't know, this is tutorial section still, so bear with me. If there's anything wrong with the stream, do tell me about audio or video or anything. So I can't do anything yet, okay? We can just rest, that's fine. Yeah, as I said, a game is fast-paced, but it's really good combat-wise. This is one of the interesting mechanics. I like how the game rewards skill, mainly if you can really pay attention. You'll be good at this game if you can read moves better than I can, right? Oh, I have potions, good. So the game gave me potions finally. So these are tougher enemies. Fuck. Usually I use the step up and jump, which I don't have unlocked yet, so it's difficult for me to get... Fuck. It's difficult for me to get down to basic level, because I got used to other things, which is fine. Which is fine. And there's a mosquito flying about. Of course there is. It's always when I start the fucking stream. See, now I managed to throw feathers at the correct with the correct timing. Yeah, it does remind a little bit of that, but it's kind of different. Ah! I suck with feathers though. I've never used them because I've used other stuff to deal with enemies. But anyway, these are the toughest enemies in the game that you're going to find. Thankfully, those enemies don't respawn. So, shit, I should use Reeve to get Greatsword out of it. As I said, if you have any questions about the game systems, do tell me, and I'm gonna... I'm gonna explain it. Sorry about this. Yeah, but the theme overall, the story isn't. I mean, the story is not bad, but presentation, as I said in the review, is not good. This is the presentation. How did this all begin? They said that an accident occurred, blah blah blah. It's just, it doesn't have that vibe, you know, like Elden Ring or from Souls games. It doesn't present you with pieces that you need to. I mean, it does present you because at the end you need to give an answer what you've used, but. To get the ending, as I did a guide on endings, but just the way it's presented, it's so unsatisfactory. Unfortunately, everything is unsatisfactory except for the combat itself. Now let me... Aha, okay, so that's the final enemy over there, which is one of the upcoming bosses, but not at the beginning of the game. See? And I love the fact that the game rewards... Shit. The game rewards people who can parry well. Because if you parry without upgrades... I mean, there are upgrades that can improve parry damage. So if you can parry well, you're gonna do more damage. However, if you have issues with parrying, you can make parrying easier, but you're gonna do less damage. That's one of the greatest parry systems that I've seen so far in games, because they allow both players that aren't that good at it and players that are very good at it to benefit from their skill level, which to me is great. Because parrying is not easy, but it's not that difficult as well in this game. You just gotta learn enemies' movesets. So you do parry with the dagger. And I love the fact that parry can damage enemies, which adds a different element to it all, because it is rewarding to parry in that case. You not only block and negate damage, but you also deal damage. You can also get a talent that lets you block, and you can block about 75% of the damage, something like that. But there's a shield plague weapon that you can use, which is one of the best plague weapons in the game. This is predefined. Special sound effects are really good in my opinion in the game. Executions are also very, very nice. It never gets boring because the game is too short, so it never gets boring. It doesn't give you the chance to get bored with sound effects. Oh fuck, I feel like I'm gonna get ill. I mean, I'm already ill, but temperature is coming, I feel. Fucking hell. I shouldn't have ate at KFC. Never eat KFC when you have a stomach bug, people. Never. It's gonna destroy your ass. Alright, I'm gonna skip these things. I give you a chance to experience story and everything regarding story for yourselves. I'm just gonna focus on getting through the stages as fast as possible. It's a shame that they didn't include some kind of a dedicated New Game Plus that would, for example, what I would have done is I would have made New Game Plus based on the decisions that you've made for the final decision. Because there are different endings, and even though they are badly presented, but they give you different solutions. So now that would be a cool idea. However, due to the nature of the endings, it might be impossible to actually do that. Continue to recall Sea of Trees. Yeah. Now, boss of this is cool as hell. Boss fight is amazing. Some of the boss fights are quite fun, I have to admit. So now we can finally level up. Let's see if we can... And every time you level up, you unlock a talent point. So we're gonna immediately go with health. Oh, I can level up one more. Okay. Let's go immediately with health stuff. Unlock talent. Alright, so now this is the first talent that I have to unlock. Let me see what would be the best choice. No, not these. But I think that executions are kind of good, and we're gonna go for step up. This really helps. Can you attack with the dagger? No. No, saber is for... Well, actually, let me see if there is an animation. There's no specific button for dagger. Dagger is used to parry, which I think is a cool system. Anyway, let's get to it. Now, one tip, if you're playing the game and you want to farm shards, this is the thing I forgot to add in the things I wish I knew sooner video. Try to kill enemies with Predator Claw, meaning charge it and then use this. This gives you more chance to get shards. Whoa. And all enemies also drop ingredients for potion crafting, which is also something you need to know as well. Doesn't matter if it's not the first time, but they will drop it eventually. Now you'll see also the blandness of the game. People, how is this game running live? Is it choppy? How's the footage? I would really love some feedback on that. No chopping. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. What did I want to do? Oh shit, forgot to activate something. 1 second. MSI. So I have an issue with graphics card. My 2080 Ti is basically broken. So I can play it, but I need to reduce the effectiveness of the card in order for it to not get to a temperature that would initiate shutdown. So if shutdown happens, it's unfortunately due to the graphics card, then I don't want to replace it because I don't have money for it. So yeah. If it gets to 72 or 73 degrees, it automatically shuts down, which is nothing for graphics cards. So I apologize if in ahead if the game crash, if the stream crashes. That just means graphic card has died. And to make things worse, my warranty expired 4 months ago. And I took it to diagnosis 1 month after that, so I can't replace it. It's just this year, man. This year sucks. I thought that last or year before was gonna be the worst of my life. Nope. But we're not gonna talk about that now. Anyway, you've seen that one of the ingredients dropped. So now I'm gonna try to get through this as far. I don't need to collect stuff. I don't give a shit about that. Let's just go and get to the boss as fast as possible. I do need some levels though to deal with the boss. If you can pay attention, if you can recognize and remember where I've been and where I'm at right now, kudos to you, because I still can't. Locations are just bad, plain and simple. Okay, we are going through the same thing. Mate, my shoulder is part of the issue why I'm so fucking depressed this year. The surgery is gonna happen at the end of the year, which is gonna render me impossible to do anything. So yeah, it's gonna get replaced. There's no other way. But the problem is, one of the main issues why I'm so fucked up lately is because of the illness. Everything is going. That's the problem this year. Everything, these knees, wrists, ankles. It's just fucking horrible. And my friend told me I'm gonna have to replace everything. And unfortunately, but yeah, I don't want to talk about it, honestly. It's just depressing, mate. It's fucking depressing. It just gets harder and harder to deal with shit. And that's just part of the problem in the last couple of months. But yeah, let's not talk. It's depressing, honestly. If you want to talk about my life, it's so fucking depressing at this point. It's not really worth living, to be honest. But yeah. Anyway, I presume you have removed the dust from GPU. Possible fix it, new thermal pads or something. A GPU really did break and fixing would cost. I don't know, mate, what to tell you. I don't have will to play with that graphics card, mate. I don't have the knowledge to play with it as well. Yeah. Executions are fine, actually, but problem is that sometimes you feel like in most of these games that aren't AAA, even though that's a problem with From Software games as well, is the fact that weapons don't go through properly. It feels like it's plastic at times. Yeah, mate, but that's not the issue. That's not because of age. It's because of the disease. Disease has destroyed me this year. And it's depressing because I've been fighting it for 17, 18 years and never been this bad. But I guess I'm losing the bet. I can't do anything about it. It's impossible to win against Bekhterev. But yeah, fuck it. Let's not talk. Honestly, let's not talk about it. It's fucking depressing. Usually I talk about everything, but I just don't want to talk about it. Thinking about it all the time anyway. So how to get away from it? But having enough mental issues because of it and physical, and all because of that only. So where is this gonna lead? Shortcut? Yeah, another shortcut. Yes, I'm looking for probably the only game I'm looking forward to is God of War Ragnarok. I did a mistake by not covering the first one because I thought it wouldn't be something that would do well on channel guides wise, but I was wrong. I made a huge mistake. Although it wasn't that big of a mistake, because when you're playing these games for work, like I am, then it's not nearly as good and as fun, because you constantly need to think ahead and think about the guides, you're gonna make videos and so on. So your brain is always thinking about 15 different things at once, and you can't focus on the game and the brilliance of the game itself that you're playing. And God of War, first one, to me is a 10 out of 10 game, which is not something I give lightly. Meaning the first remake. And I've played it 1.5 years, I think, after it released, and I enjoyed the shit out of it because I could focus on every single detail without any pressure that I need to create something regarding it. And that's a completely different story. And I don't need to dissect for the review every single aspect, but I can just enjoy and evaluate things as I go. I don't need to force anything. Which really adds completely different feeling to playing. But I'm not as critical then. Maybe if I would be more critical of the game if I was playing it for work. Yeah, Sekiro. It has a little bit of Sekiro and Bloodborne. The combat is indeed, it's a worlds apart from Lords of the Fallen. But that game, Lords of the Fallen is one of the aesthetically most pleasing games I've ever played. It has the best looking enemies, but it has a problem with tracking attacks. That's the thing that destroyed combat for me. Even though combat was good, but it wasn't brilliant because of the tracking attacks. Hey, Robert, what's up? Nothing good, but we are trying to avoid. Hey, Callum. No, no, it's worse. Got a stomach bug. So I'm ill as hell. I'm getting iller. Killa vanilla. I'm getting iller by the day. Can't seem to fix it. Besides all the 17 other issues. I would totally want to take my time and enjoy the game, no matter what money someone would offer. Yeah, mate. That's the thing. When this becomes your job, you lose that connection. You lose that, how can I put it? That child's connection that that we had as little bastards, in a way that it's not as pure anymore. The feeling. People always ask me, "Do I get hyped?" I don't get hyped about anything anymore. Ugh, mate, soup on this weather, 50 fucking degrees outside. No. We lose that that pureness that the games had, you know, and it's just how it is. As you grow older, problems take over, and you're just not as capable of appreciating things, but you are more critical because of the experience, which is also not a bad thing. That's why you need to be a good reviewer. You gotta be critical. You gotta know what you're criticizing. You gotta be objective if you can, which is something I'm always striving to be. I never shit on anything explicitly because nothing is explicit shit except for, let's say, Werewolf the Apocalypse. But even that game had something that the game gave it 1 out of 10. But there's always something you can find. Even in bad games you can find some good. And I don't like writing off games before giving them a proper chance. It's a rare occasion that I can do a review early on, like in the case of THYMESIA. No, shit, I wanted to get that great whatever thing. Great hammer. And now we can go and unlock new plague weapons. 8 but sideways. There are less 10 out of 10 experiences nowadays compared to like PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2 gen. Everyone was trying unique things, exactly, because there are a lot of developers. You are absolutely correct about that, because there are a lot of different developers that were also self-publishing, and it wasn't all under one umbrella, you know. So the goal was, because they played with the same hardware, the goal was the same. Create something unique, something that would draw people in. It was all about quality, because there was no redos. If you fucked up your game, there's no patching, there's no anything, no. That's the game you're gonna play. So they had to put all of the effort in. And not, oh, I'm gonna patch in New Game Plus. What? And probably they're gonna patch in New Game Plus for THYMESIA, but I mean, what the fuck? Create the game from start to finish and then do it. I mean, yeah, technologically games are far more advanced. I couldn't play early 3D games anymore, because just early 2D games, yeah, definitely, but 3D, no. It's just too ugly. You just can't. If you can, I mean, fucking kudos to you, mate, if you can. But yeah, I can't. It's too big of a difference. No, there's no perimeter. Oh, wait, what am I supposed to... dodge. Let's... can dodge twice, and the second dodge is longer. I played with this one. There are no complete games. Complete games become after a lot of time has passed, which is a different story. It's a good thing that if you do a complete game, then you can patch it. If it's a giant game like Elden Ring or Witcher 3 or something like that. Witcher 3 was a complete game, but it had issues at the beginning, you know, and they patched it. That's a good thing about games today. For example, if a game in the 90s or early 2000s was broken, meaning if there was a game-breaking bug, which I played a couple of games, I can't recall, some of them had game-breaking bugs, you couldn't do anything. It's over. You gotta start the game again, and hopefully it plays out in the end. You can see the shards drop more frequently when you're using Predator Claw. What are my expectations of Bleak Fate Forsaken? I don't have expectations, mate. I don't have expectations for any game. I don't think people should have today expectations, because when something becomes mainstream, if you want my advice on anything, on any media or anything really, product, basic food that you buy, everything that becomes popular becomes washed as well, meaning washed out. It dilutes its raw quality in order for the mass appeal, and that is happening with the games. That's why you should never get hyped or expect anything from games, because you're most likely gonna be disappointed. Don't expect anything, and you're gonna enjoy games more. They don't quality in games today is not paramount as it was before. Marketing is paramount. Marketing is today far more important than the games, the quality of the games, because when something becomes mainstream, it's just a matter of selling it to you. Gaming wasn't mainstream in the 90s. We as gamers were looked upon as nerds, geeks, whatever. And that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But it was not mainstream. And there was so much quality back then. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of the mainstream games, like God of War, all God of Wars actually, Metal Gear Solids, what's the name? Red Dead Redemptions, GTAs, they are extreme quality games. They are up. They are shoulder to shoulder with the best games ever made, and and those are the modern games. So there are exceptions, of course, but mostly third-party games are the ones that fail, because third-party publishers like Ubisoft, Activision, things like that, they usually fail drastically to make something unique and something quality. They are good at creating average games, decent games, maybe even a good game, but great and amazing. I don't know, man. I haven't seen such thing in a long time from them. Play Divinity 2? No, I don't have time for it, mate. And remember back then we had demo CDs backside of tech magazines. Well, there are demos too. There's demo of THYMESIA as well. So it's not, demos have not died, but they were far more what's the word? Far more obtainable back then, and far more games had that because they were competing against each other. There was no market. The only thing that they were competing with was quality. If you had quality, then you're gonna succeed. If you were a quality game back then, no doubt about it. I don't think there was ever. Maybe it was anything like Titanfall 2 that I didn't play, but I've read reviews, my mate played it and so on. A fantastic game, one of the best multiplayer games in modern age that failed. Or maybe Pillars of Eternity 2, that's good for us RPG players, we know about that. That failed sales-wise. And to me, it's one of the best ever made. One of the best CRPGs ever made. But those types of things were far less common back then, because quality was what mattered, not marketing. But that happens when something becomes mainstream. It's inevitable. And that's why you should never expect anything out of games today. Except, you know what? You should expect broken messes, and you're never gonna be disappointed ever again. Lies of P looks really interesting. You're correct. Speaking of old games, my favorite game of all time is Vampire the Masquerade. Great story, but horrible combat. I couldn't get into it that much because it had horrible combat, and I could never play it on my weak PCs. So that was also an issue, that I never really gave it a proper go. Ooh, Warrior Within. Love that part when you're running from that huge shadow and Godsmack kicks in with the song I Stand Alone. Was it I Stand Alone or was it another song? I don't know which one was it. But one of Godsmack's songs played. God damn, that's a good memory. Carmageddon. Yeah. Driver San Francisco. Yeah, Driver was a good game. Forget about Driver. Actually, I don't know about San Francisco. Was that the older one or newer? I can't recall. But Driver, yeah, Driver was a good game. Shit, so many good memories with some of these games. See? Do you even have a clue where I'm at if you're paying attention to this? Because I don't. I mean, I've played through this location many times, but it's so... everything looks so... fucking mosquitoes. I swear, people, if I had a flamethrower, I would burn my whole house down trying to burn these motherfuckers. Then they would win. That's what pisses me off. Kinda like some Neo levels, good point. Game structure is like Neo, in a sense. Which I don't like. I think that's one of the weakest parts of Neo. That's why it can't have a cohesive and meaningful story, meaningful characters. Although some characters are good, but they don't have enough screen time. They don't have enough focus on it because everything is about the goddamn grind. See, I'm lost. Playing this game while streaming is fucking difficult, people, because I have to pay attention to the simplest of things here to understand where the fuck I'm at. And I'm not even... Oh, I know where to go. I know where to go. I remembered. I remembered where I need to go. I don't know where, but I remembered. See you, Alan. Thanks for joining, mate. Yeah, this is where I need to go. Now it's gonna be a tough enemy. See? Oh, come on, I've pressed up and step. I mean, up and dodge. Shit. Fuck. Yeah, okay, got it. Yeah, Team Ninja doing a Souls-like game and not a Diablo-type game for a change would be goddamn amazing. I gotta get Ride. I gotta kill this thing. I'm not joking when I'm saying this. I would be far more okay with the dragon flying here, burning my house to dust, than fucking mosquitoes. The amount of hate I have for mosquitoes is unparalleled, people. You wouldn't understand. If a mosquito is in a room where I'm trying to sleep and I hear it, it's over. We are fighting to death. Either it's gonna bite me, or stab me until I die, or it dies until I die because due to lack of blood, or I'm gonna kill it and go back to sleep. There's no in between. There's no in between. Well, got one. It's mosquito likes you. I think that's a sign of good blood. No, if a mosquito likes you, that means you have a certain blood type. I think it's shit. I forgot what's my blood type. Is it 0 or negative? I don't know. But people with certain blood type are getting tagged by mosquitoes, and of course I have that blood type. So when I go outside, for example, I can't even get in my yard, because it's a beautiful place to be, to sit down, to relax. Except, you know, if if you're like me and have the type of blood where mosquito is gonna eat the shit out of you. No, I don't have diabetes. But okay, yeah, they like sugary blood. That's true. Yeah, mosquito spray doesn't work, at least not with the ones I have in my yard. Mosquito in bedroom, total warranty, last man standing. Hey, Abaddon, by the way, mate. Welcome. That's correct. However, I need to find a shortcut. I need to find a shortcut. There was a shortcut somewhere around here. I know. Oh, there it is. Okay. What? Ah, shit. Yup, it's due to the blood type, mate. It's the most prevalent thing. But it doesn't have to be that's the only thing. Maybe there are other factors as well, which I don't know about. Wait, I think... Yeah, alright. I think, yeah, okay, this is good. This is good. Or is it? I thought that... Oh! Shit, yeah, I gotta get to the fucking... See how difficult it is to find your way here. I'm gonna get back and defeat that cunt, but... Hey, Sanesh. There it is. Okay, now we're gonna fight Odur as well. Great boss. I started not too long ago, mate. You don't get notifications. Yeah, I don't know about that, mate. I don't know why people get or don't get notifications. Okay, let's use... How many more? I need about 900. So it means we're gonna use memories. Use them. Hey, fuck it, use them all. Early boost is important. Alright, now we have something to work with. Hey David, well, it isn't that shallow, to be perfectly honest. You know, it isn't that shallow. Because of the dynamic talent system. Talents and plague weapons are what saves the game when it comes to depth. Claw, oh yeah, we need claws. I'm gonna go with these. And this. Alright, now I think I have all the most important ones. Vitality. Step forward and smash down. Halberd. Let's use this one. Ah, Shallow Story Worldwide, yeah. Imagine if you could get an Elden Ring style AAA RPG game every year. Nah, mate, because that would be then... it would be oversaturation. Market oversaturation. And that's not good. We need to upgrade this. I wouldn't otherwise, but we need to upgrade it. Because the boss fight is incoming. What's my favorite? Oh, Shield. Shield is one of the most useful ones. And now we're gonna go back and defeat the enemy that had the fuck. Oh well. Oh, actually, this is the part. This is the place where that enemy is. That has a different weapon. See, now I equipped, unlocked the plague weapon and equipped it. Now I can use it when I have enough energy. Ah, shit. Fucked that up. Alright, we got him. It's not repetitive, actually. It might seem, I would tell you if it's repetitive, you know me. But it's not that repetitive, I have to admit. I never got dull of combat, but then again, game is short. Maybe if it was 30 hours long, maybe I would get bored of it. Review made it seem that way. Did it? I never said that combat was dull or got bored. I actually said that in the review that due to the plague weapons that you'll never feel bored with the game. I actually said that in the review. Did you get any workout time? Oh, I'm working out all the time, mate. I have to prepare. I have to prepare body for the operation because that's the only line of defense that I'm gonna have against Bechterev's disease when I'm not gonna be able to work out. But yeah, I have bulked up. I'm probably in the best shape of my life when it comes aesthetic wise. So yeah, I've been working like a motherfucker, mainly because to fight the illness. But yeah, I've been and because there's no boxing at the moment, I don't have cardio workouts, so I don't lose the muscle as well. But yeah, I don't use anything, I'm always natural. I mean, I was never buffed, don't get me wrong, I was never, that you would even assume that but yeah, recently I did. I'm depressing, fucking battling depression inside these fucking four walls, and the only thing that actually keeps me going is fucking working out, because I know I have to. Boxers going like 5k runs. I'm not a professional boxer, mate. And no, I can't run because of my bad knees and ankles. But I can kick some shit. Even without running. There's no need to run to build cardio. People have think that the only way to build cardio is run. No, you build cardio to repetition of whatever you're doing. Now, running helps, but it's not the only way. Okay, this is a nasty enemy. See how he missed with the finisher. Disappointing, right? I hate running. I used to swim. Thank you, Callum. Really appreciate the support of everyone, people. I really do. But you can't win against Bechterev. If you wanna look it up. It's called Bechterev's disease. I had it since age of 17, and when it hit me, I couldn't walk. I could barely walk. I couldn't get up. I couldn't sit straight because my spine would remain like this. I could get up and then I would walk like this, literally like this. I would walk like I couldn't straighten up, so I had to throw myself somewhere that would straighten me up, and I could barely breathe. It's horrible. It's horrible. The pain and it's fucking atrocious. So I managed through hard work get through it. So obviously now when it came down to the fact that I can't do anything anymore, that whatever I could have done, I put myself in every single thing that was relevant, doing cardio to save my lungs, doing swimming to straighten myself out, to strengthen my spine, because the ligaments of your spine go around it like this, and it removes your mobility completely. You're basically like a walking robot. You just turn like this. It's horrible. If you ever seen people like this, that they can't but they go like this with their whole bodies and they are hunched. Trust me, those people are in severe fucking pain and they have severe issues with Bechdeli's disease. That's the final stage, and fuck man, if I get to that stage, I think I'm gonna off myself. I'm not even joking. That's horrible. I talked to one guy that was training boxing. He had that disease. He was at the age of 40. That was 10 years ago. He told me that every day he wants to kill himself. When you hear that, when I was about 27, 28 back then, I was in a prime shape, you know. I didn't even think that it would get to this stage, but now that I got to the stage where it all started to fall apart, fuck man, I can understand that. I can understand him. So it's horrible. I didn't know up until now that it was this horrible, to be perfectly honest. I didn't. But fuck it. It is what it is. Anyway, let's get back to the game. Now you know the biggest issue. Yeah, high intensity is good if your joints can handle, and joints are an issue. They are already worn out, and I'm only 35. I don't know why or how, but since Square Enix want to bring back Tactical this year, we got Diofield Chronicles next month. Okay, that's good. Well, I did do much better, but now I'm not anymore. I haven't seen anything on it. Did I get to listen to Flash God Apocalypse Band? Shit, mate, I haven't. Sorry about that. I'm in my own mind. I'm battling my demons, mate. I forget things. I apologize. It's constant battle. I don't want to scare you. I have something similar, but it can get worse. Shit, sorry to hear that, Adrian. I know that it's gonna get worse. That's the issue. It's gonna get worse, and there's nothing I can do about it except keep working out and build a muscle group to survive. To survive the pain and negative things, how it affects. But anyway, let's head to the boss fight. Enough about depression and fucking problems. Everyone has problems, I know, but Jesus Christ, it always seems like my cross is always up there with the... that doesn't matter. Some peace in life would be fine for a change. Been struggling for 5 years mentally and physically. Again, shut the fuck up. Anyway, let's get to the boss fight. Tactics Ogre Reborn, heard about that one. Yeah, I like mozzarella. It's healthy. Boss fights are not easy. Especially until you've unlocked some of the stuff. Especially shield. Shield helps tremendously. Ah. We got him. Yeah, there is a bow. But it's part of a plague weapon. Show him he ain't no sword saint level. This boss trying to be dollar store, Lady Freed or Maria. I'm not texting. I don't. Yeah. That's another thing. That's another issue. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it now. Yeah, physical appearance doesn't tell. Physically, if people would look at me, they would say there's nothing wrong. But well, actually, the doctor that's gonna operate my shoulder. Actually, it's the right one, but never mind. When first he didn't know I had bacterials, so I told him after the examination. He was in shock. He told me, "You have bacterials." Yeah. And that was half a year ago, something. He told me, "You don't look like that," and which is not a typical thing. You can see people suffering from this disease because you stand upright, you stand up straight. You're standing straight up. You're not hunched. You're not this. You're not that. So that was good to hear, because I could be in far worse state if I wasn't taking care of myself. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it pays off in that regard, but there's not gonna be ultimate happiness after all. But anyway, let's play a little bit more. You gotta outlive your enemies. Yeah, there's no outliving diseases, people. That's the sad part, at least some of them. It's so fucking hot. Jesus Christ, it's so hot. Under 13 lights and with 39 outside. I don't know how much that is. Maybe it's 35. I don't know. Fucking unbearable. Oh yeah, I gotta level up and go to the new location. Now we're gonna see another location. Now this next location ain't that bad looking, but it still suffers from same issues. But I'm not gonna play for much longer. So basically now I have purchased all the most important talents, which is really important, for the lack of a better word. So there's a cool. This game has some of the cool, rewarding mechanics. Not in terms of exploration. In that regard, it sucks. But when it comes to combat, it does rewarding things, and it does some good stuff. Shards are to upgrade weapons, as you can see. I need 3 more shards to upgrade to this one, then to this one, then to this one, then to the final level. But these are boss weapons. This is miasma, which is boss weapon. So I need to defeat boss over and over again. Yeah, but here's my point. I've used a reeve, which means I've charged claw in order to grab the weapon out of the boss. And that weapon got automatically unlocked. And then when boss dies, they drop shards. They drop 3 shards. And I picked up all the 3 shards, and I could immediately upgrade that thing, upgrade the boss weapon to 2nd level. If I didn't reeve the enemy, then I could only unlock, but not upgrade immediately to level 2. So that's the rewarding system that this game has. That's really good, in my opinion. They have really done well in that department. Quite good ideas, I have to admit. Now we've got the best potion, in my opinion, in the game, which is long-lasting potion. No, not rest, sorry. Always. Continue to recall, Royal Garden. Appreciate. Thank you, Adrian. Much appreciated, mate. I feel bad because I can't stream for much longer. But yeah, let's do 10 more minutes. I'll stream again tomorrow, most likely, if I'm not ill like a motherfucker, which I can't guarantee at this point. This is not an easy location, but we got a shield. And we got a bow now. Well, actually we don't. I'm gonna have to defeat him again. I wasn't counting, mate. There are 7 boss weapons, but each weapon also gets additional upgrade at some point that unlocks additional move, which is really good. For example, shield bash with the shield is quite good. I'm gonna showcase that. Although I don't want to play with shield, to be honest, because I played through my first playthrough with it, and it's just too good. But I'm gonna showcase you, just so you can see why you should play with the shield. Oh, actually I can't, because I need to farm it more. The shield bash upgrade only happens at later stages. So I'm gonna try to grab as many shield shards. Oh. That move reminds me a little bit of Soul Reaver. When you reave weapons. I don't know why. Aesthetically it reminds me of it. Okay, there's a tough enemy here. I'm not gonna fight it now because I don't have any regen. But we have unlocked the shortcut, so let's go and upgrade the weapon. Gonna keep vitality up as much as I can. Aha, I need executions, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Shield Bash is at level 4. That's for final boss, one of the best things. I might even do a video on how easily to defeat final boss. But anyway, thank you all for watching. That's it for today. Gotta sort some shit out. And maybe I'm gonna stream tomorrow again. THYMESIA. Depends how I feel. I really don't feel well at the moment, so gotta go eat something. And then I'm gonna have to shit it out as well. So that's great. Can't keep anything. But yeah, thanks all. Thanks Adrian for the donation, and hopefully see you soon.